Cazzie Pitsis here from the womenscoach.com.au, and I'm so excited and happy to be here with you today to share with you what I believe to be the lost secret in how to live the life of your dreams. And it's something that that is so simple that when I learnt this, when I discovered this secret, that it changed my life and it changed how I felt about myself. So you're probably wondering, what is this secret to being able to live the life of your dreams? Well, I believe the secret to living the life of your dreams is being your own best friend. That's right, it's as simple as that. Being your own best friend. And when you think about it, there's only one person who's with you from the day you're born until the day you die. And that one person is you. That's right, you. And so when you think of it that way, that you're the one person who's by your side right through your whole life, then isn't the relationship you have with yourself the most important relationship that you have? And yet, it's probably the one relationship that people spend the least amount of time and effort in nurturing and caring for. And I remember a time in my life when the people who I love are really important to me, and I would put in all my energy and all my efforts into the relationships with the people that I love, like my family and my friends and my partner and my children. And I found that I was putting so much time and effort into the relationships, which for me is very important and something that I still do. But yet I was not even thinking about the relationship that I have with myself, and hardly putting in any time or effort into the relationship that I have with me. I found that often I was really hard on myself, that I had a totally different set of standards and rules to the ones that I had for my friends and family. I also found that I would often say mean things to myself, sometimes in my head and sometimes out loud, that I would never ever think of saying to the people that I love. I found that I was always able to create time to be able to support the people that I loved most in my life, and yet was not able to find time for myself to really nurture and care for myself and make sure that my needs were being met. And so I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Do you find that you say things to that your internal dialogue really doesn't support who you are and make you feel great? And the things that you say to yourself internally and out loud, that you would never ever contemplate saying those things to the people that you love most in your life. Do you find that you seem to be able to create time to really support the people that you love, and yet there seems to be no time left for you to really nurture and care for yourself and do the things that you love to do? And do you find that you have a totally different set of standards and expectations for the people in your life to the ones that you have for yourself? And if you answered yes to any of these questions, then I think it's time that you discover how to become your own best friend as well. And I believe that there are 3 keys to becoming your own best friend. And the first key is to fill up your own cup first, because if you're running on empty, then you have nothing to give to the people that you love. So when you fill up your own cup first and you make sure that your needs are met and that inside you're feeling full and content, then you're really able to support other people on a much deeper level. The second key is to really think about the language that you use when you communicate with yourself internally, and the language that you use speaking out loud about yourself and to yourself, and just noticing, are you saying things to yourself that you would not dream of saying to the people that you love? Are you saying things that really don't support you in being able to feel peaceful and happy inside? If you are, then it's time to stop, and it's time to stop now. I believe the third key is to honour, love and respect the relationship that you have with yourself. And there are a few simple ways that you can do this. One, go and buy yourself a bunch of flowers. I love roses, so I often go and buy myself a bunch of roses. Or come home from work, fill up the bath and, with some bubble bath, and light some candles, and just tell your family that for half an hour you're not available. And just really take half an hour for yourself to really just stop and relax and nurture and care for yourself. Or maybe you could take yourself out on a date. I often take myself to the movies, and it's something that I really love to do. So thinking up creative ways for you that you can really honour the relationship that you have with yourself. And so I'd like to set you one task to do after you've listened to this recording, and that is to someday find a moment in the day to just go and do something to really celebrate who you are and celebrate the relationship that you have with yourself, whether it's doing one of the things that I suggested, like buying yourself a bunch of flowers or taking yourself out for a cuppa or something. But be creative and think of something that you know, that really makes you happy and really makes you feel honoured and loved. And so that's it for today. So until we meet again next week, dare to live fully, love yourself unconditionally, and shine brightly.